All right, Travis, this is Stephanie Rojas. I'm going to do my screencast schematic for our Module 3 as part of the network simulator for this week's assignment, or last 2 weeks' assignments, actually. I actually started doing this the first week and got through about 15 of them, of the 27. I actually really enjoyed doing it. This is the first class that I've had that I have a lot of IT side of things and not necessarily healthcare. So it's quite enjoyable. I ended up staying up quite late doing it because I just wanted to go to the next one. I will point out that because there were some options to have the system, once I completed one of the labs, go to the next one, I just kept hitting next till I realized after we had our meeting with you that we can just go back home to do that. So those are the ones I realized weren't on your list to do. So I did start them, and then I realized they weren't on the list. So most of these, I won't go into every single one, but most of these were and actually quite enjoyable, and I found that I learned a great deal about especially part of the matching and the drag and drop. I had to go find a lot of the answers on Google and kind of get some of those answers there that really made sense. And there were some great resources out there that came up, especially like if I just used the title of the lab. So like identifying troubleshooting commands to use for various tasks, the truncating the IPv6 addresses, and the addressing terminology, a lot of those things. I did have a couple that stumped me a little bit. Let me see if I can scroll down here. So once I got to the, actually I think it was it was back up here. So like we talked on your online meeting about the subnet mask and being able to determine what goes with the public and the private addresses. That kind of slowed me down a little bit. I did find that your PowerPoint and your Zoom meeting was quite helpful. Probably could have used that a little bit sooner, but was just eager to get started on these, so it was a lot of fun to do these. So let me just show you real quick. We have all the ones that are on the list of the syllabus that have been completed. I did have some history with having to understand the crossover cables and the straight cables and such. So that was kind of a refresher for me. Only because as a nurse I had to understand how we were hooking up our cardiac monitors for the network to be able to see those on all of the units. So I kept asking questions about that. So the simulations were helpful. I did try to answer the what's next questions that were on there, and then like I said, after we had our meeting, I know you wanted us to do our best to answer those, but it is kind of part of the program to just kind of answer something, and then it then goes into detail to explain what the correct answer was. So that was helpful. I did learn a lot. I don't know how much I could go back and repeat without having a little bit more help with, understanding this, but just having the basic knowledge, not becoming a network administrator or engineer, but just being able to understand kind of how the networking works, and then how to troubleshoot some of those issues. This is one that let me go back up. The troubleshooting practice, that was a little tough because it actually did make you think, and I was able to get that one completed finally. All right. You have to ignore the dogs if you can hear those. All right, it won't scroll down, so I'm going to just move this. I did complete all of those to configure the VPN network. So if you have any issues or questions, just let me know. Hopefully we'll get to use this product again. It was quite nice to be able to do kind of a hands-on learning, especially from a nursing perspective, getting into IT. I did a lot for work, but didn't get a chance to do it yet as far as my education goes. So appreciate it, and talk to you soon. Thanks.